The conference championships are here in the NFL, and it's time to get you set for your best bets. I'm Robin Lundberg here with Bill Enright. And Bill, the Rams and 49ers, two teams familiar with one another. The 49ers have gotten the best of the matchups this season, though they are still the underdogs. LA 3.5 point favorites at home, though I don't know how much of a home field advantage it is, given they're having to beg their fans not to sell their tickets.
Yeah, it's interesting, right, Robin? Especially since they're both teams from California, you'd expect the 49ers to have plenty of fans in that Los Angeles area. Let's break down this game, though, because you brought up the fact that the 49ers won both of the matchups during the regular season. They were 3.5 point underdogs in each of those matchups. Obviously, we know that they won outright. Since 1970, the NFL merger, 21 times a division rival that got swept in the regular season has then gone on to meet that team in the playoffs. The sweeping team, in this case, it would be the 49ers, is 14-7 in that third matchup between division rivals. The Rams, they have been favored by 3.5 points or more 14 times this season. They are just 6-8 against the spread in those games. Just 10-20 record. 10 out of 20 they have covered the spread this season. Not really that good against the number. Meanwhile, the 49ers, they're the opposite, right? They're 5-1 as an underdog when getting at least 3.5 points. They are 8-3 straight up on the road. And don't forget, the 49ers have won the last 6 meetings against the Rams. So it certainly seems like Kyle Shanahan has Sean McVay's number. I think they make it a 7th. They are the NFC champions this year. They go to the Super Bowl. I'm taking San Francisco, and I'm taking the points.
All right, when you're talking about numbers, Bill, let's look at the point total, because if you're picking the 49ers to win, I don't think that's going to be in a high-scoring shootout. So you must like the under.
I'm with you, Robin. I do like the under here. In fact, this game is the second lowest game total out of any game for the playoffs this year. You look at the Bills and the Patriots, that game total was at 43. Obviously, the Bills blew that away by themselves. But out of all the other playoff matchups here, this is the second lowest over-under projection. And if you combine what these teams have done this year, when we saw them play in November, the game total, the total was 41. They had a higher scoring game, but that game went to overtime in December. That was 51. And Frankie Tadeo, our colleague at Sports Illustrated Betting, he points out that 4 of the last 6 games between the Rams and the 49ers have all went under. The 49ers and their opponents combined for 46 in 10 out of 20 games. The Rams and their opponents have combined for 46 in 12 out of 20 games. And the over has just hit in 4 out of 8 Ram home games. 49ers have hit the over in 4 of their 9 away games. So I'm taking the under here. Low 20s for both teams. The 49ers take it. They take the 3.5 points, but take the under 45.5.
And if you get those bets right, then maybe you can buy tickets to whatever game you please, no matter which coach is telling you not to buy from who's selling.